Blue!
Good evening, my name is Greg Vogel.
And I am Stephen Hustler, and we are here to introduce you to News Channel Blue's 447 newscast. You're fine. Lone wolf terrorism is a massive problem in our country today. According to the Washington Post, 3/4 of Americans currently doubt our nation's ability to stop lone wolf terrorism. We need to try to understand lone wolf terrorism to figure out what causes these people to carry out these attacks, and we need to figure out what we can do to help them.
Thank you, Stephen.
You're welcome.
In recent news around the world, ISIS members have been terrorizing innocent people. One video that was shown was of an ISIS member executing his mother due to the fact that she wanted him to come home and not be in ISIS territory. If you haven't known already, 2 months ago, there was an attack in Paris and various locations. ISIS bombed this because they wanted to say that they mean business. It's important that we understand ISIS because they are a current terrorist group that we have to deal with. And now for a commercial with our sponsors.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. Better come down here, get some of this shit. You like to eat. America loves to eat. So why not open up somewhere America can sit down, enjoy a meal, and get their feet rubbed?
News Channel Blue! Welcome back to the news at 4:53 on News Channel Blue. This segment is going to be presented by myself, Walter Abraham, and my co-anchor over here, Dr. D. Now I'm going to talk about a past terrorist group, the IRA. Even though the violence from this group has mostly died down, and they are mostly a thing of the past, the events surrounding the IRA still have a valuable lesson we can learn from today. During the peak of IRA violence, there was a group of people called the Guilford Four who were incorrectly blamed for the bombing of a pub. They were then held without being charged for multiple days and harassed into confessing. The way that they were held is sort of similar to an aspect of the Patriot Act that allows the U.S. to hold suspected terrorists in Guantanamo Bay without charging them. Although this part is necessary in this day and age, this aspect could be dangerous if it is allowed to grow unchecked, and could possibly turn into something like the Guilford Four. Also, the ideology behind the IRA was that they were fighting for their independence from the British. This is kind of similar to the ideology of groups like ISIS, who are under the false impression that they are oppressed by Western civilization, and so they feel the need to attack it. The similarities between past and present groups are why we need to understand past groups like the IRA, so we can decide how to deal with the present groups like ISIS. That's all I have for the past groups. Now on to Dr. D for a more present group, the KKK.
Now with some other recent news. Another group still active is the Ku Klux Klan. The Klan originated back in 1865. The Klan flourished in southern United States using violence against African Americans fighting for white supremacy. The Klan used to have around 6 million members, and now is down to about 8,000 members. The Klan still has meetings and shows acts of terrorism towards African Americans. Understanding their actions is real hard. They want white supremacy, which is their belief and opinion, but they could act differently to achieve that goal.
That's all for today, folks.
See you next Tuesday, kids. Hide your kids.
Hide your ones.
News Channel Blue!